Guest this week, our Neutral Milk Hotel.
Hey, are you recording me?
You like Huey Lewis on the news?
So, how do you like your cornflakes? You like them crispy or do you like them soft?
What the fuck?
Your early work was a little too new wave for my taste.
I never liked the Beatles. I never really liked any British group. I don't think the British should play rock and roll.
I'm not that fascinated by human achievements.
This is the physical representation of disappointment!
Mutant Free Radio.
Welcome to Mutant Free Radio, the podcast where faggots discuss music as if they know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm your host, Kay Paxian, and with me is Cal Halzala. And we have a special guest today with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is DickWrath.
DickWrath. Sounds like a fucking epic superhero name, or like a
It's
super
a username
villain
I've
name.
used for the past year and a half.
It's like
the internet.
it reminds me of a super villain. Like you just use your dick to fucking cause wrath or something.
I used it because it rolled off the tongue just so well. My username before that was something stupid like Vincent Grimlock or something edgy.
Did you have your own OC as well?
Yeah.
And was it a furry OC or was it a pony OC? Because they're slightly different levels of
I
autism
had
there.
my own Sonic OC.
Nice.
He had a scar on his ear.
Was he like Cold Steel the Hedgehog? Or Hedgehog? Cold Steel the Hedgehog?
Yes, exactly like Cold Steel.
Nothing personal, kid.
Milady.
Milady. Tip. Oh, God.
So
we should actually talk about music now.
Yeah.
What have you lot been up to recently?
Oh, just, working for slave wages. Which is fun to do. I suggest you try it sometime. It's amazing.
I don't know
I've
about
been
that.
setting my way up the ladder in college just to get my grades. So much easier than doing actual work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just a shot-in, so I don't know about any of this.
Oh, man. Yeah, but, I guess we should talk about the stuff that we've, we'll start out just talking about the stuff we've listened to recently. You know?
I listened to Unknown Mortal Orchestra for the first time the other day.
Nice.
I found them very, very similar in style to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Really?
Like, really just fun, poppy, psychedelic stuff.
Oh, yeah. That sounds pretty decent, actually.
Chill.
Yeah. What about I know we've both listened to Tyler the Creator's new album, Cherry Bomb.
Both Cherry Bomb. God damn, was that good.
It was good. Like I really enjoyed it. Like it's been on a constant rotation for me anyway. Fucking
I've listened to it I think twice.
I know I've listened to it way more times than that. It's just it's so catchy in like a good way. Just like especially with tracks like
it's catchy but not earwormy.
Yeah, like especially with tracks like Smuckers, Keep the O's, Death Camp, Fucking Young, just all those
Death
songs.
Camp really has a great opener to it.
Oh, it is really. Like it reminds me of like a nerd beat, like that type of beat.
Well, didn't Pharrell have some hand in the production of the album?
I think so. At least with that particular beat. I'm not sure about the rest of it, but I know he did. He did have a particular hand in it.
Well, that's a pretty cool dude, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like he really knew what he was doing when it came to that.
I don't think I've actually listened to any good records.
When he became, popular, he basically stopped doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just became like, I don't know. I don't feel his solo stuff was as good as what he did in Nerd.
Yeah, no, I feel like especially with Goblin and bastard. It just kind of wore thin after a while, you know? Like the novelty of the tracks were just kind of like, eventually you just got bored of them, you know?
Eventually you got tired of Tyler moaning about his dad.
Mm-hmm. He still kind of does it in Cherry Bomb, but in, I guess, kind of a tongue-in-cheek way. Like, it was, what song was that? Where he was like, and this shit gon' pop like that nigga that was never around. Like, that was Smuckers. Yeah, that was on Smuckers, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, just kind
of both Kanye West and Lil Wayne.
I know, right? That's pretty amazing. I will have to say that getting those two to feature on a track. Like,
I like to imagine they were just in the same room together.
Has Lil Wayne ever made a memorable track?
I know he's made a couple memorable verses, like
because I can't remember,
like Real G's Move in Silence, like Lasagna. Or something like that. I can't remember how the actual lyric goes, but I think that is how it goes, actually. But like, just he's known for some of his clever wordplay. I don't know if he's really made a memorable track. He probably has. I haven't listened to him in like a while, so
I wouldn't remember anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? We don't listen to that pleb shit, you know, that pussy money weed shit. We listen to real hip hop, like Politics. You know the one that goes. You know the one that goes. I'm a spiritual, lyrical individual.
Flipping and skipping and dipping and flipping and skipping and dipping. Damn,
man. I don't know if anyone else here listens to Bones or not, but I listened to his new mixtape, Powder. It was actually pretty decent as well.
Bones and his insane output.
Yeah, I know. He pretty much he is really dedicated to putting out stuff pretty much, I would say, every few months at least.
Would you say he's as dedicated as Viper?
I would say he's got about the same work ethic. Yeah. I don't know. Viper's he's pretty prolific as well. He knows how to put that shit out.
Insanely dedicated and prolific musicians, Madlib.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Madlib is pretty much up there.
Said that you could produce 3 albums in a day.
I mean, just listen to Mad Villainy. That's pretty much the cream of the crop when it comes to, you know, Madlib's work ethic and, you know, his.
I'll tell you all about the story of like what it was like how Doom and Madlib never really talked.
Yeah, no. It was on the Stones Throw Records.
This is Stones. Avon Weighs a Ton.
Yeah, Avon Weighs a Ton. That documentary. That was a good documentary, though. Like,
it really was.
Like, it pretty much profiled a lot of artists. You know, like Madlib, Doom, Jay Dilla, all those artists.
Madlib, Doom, Dilla. The list could go on.
The list could go on, but it's not going to because I can't remember the rest of them. Oh no, John Wayne as well. Like, they did a little bit on him. He's a decent beat maker / rapper, I would say.
I think one thing we learned from that documentary was Peanut Butter Wolf is a cool dude.
He is. He really is. And, you know, this is a really, really interesting documentary. I would suggest you check it out if you haven't watched it. It should be on Netflix. I don't know if they still have it on Netflix or not, but I think they do. If not, well, you know, that's the reason why the Pirate Bay exists. But, you know, whatever. Anyway.
Well, hip-hop steals music anyway.
Yeah, so it's only fair. It's only fair. Of course it is. Everyone go fucking steal your music. Pirate it. This is the pirate-free, mutant-free radio podcast.
Do what you want, the mutant is free.
Mm-hmm.
What was I listening to?
Yeah.
But
you know, other than that,
some old like Afrobeat stuff, because that is chill as hell.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like, I feel like
the Green Arrows. And if you haven't checked out a record label called Analog Africa, they do a lot of re-releases of like old rare Afrobeat stuff. So what else has been happening recently in the world of music?
Well, yesterday was Record Store Day.
Record Store was indeed yesterday.
And a lot of artists put out pretty decent vinyls and things like that, re-releases for Record Store Day, including Run the Jewels. They actually put out a few... 311 as well. Of course. The only song I've heard of them is Down, though, unfortunately. That's...
Wu-Tang put out a yellow and black split of Protect Your Neck.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very Wu-Tang, because,
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. You know the thing about Wu-Tang I like now is that, RZA, he's actually been doing a lot of movies nowadays.
Yeah, RZA went to going to making actual kung fu movies.
I love that. I was on Netflix, I would say yesterday, and I saw that one of his movies was there. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like I think it was The Man with Iron Fist, too.
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Black Star, Mos Def and Talib Kweli, released a star-shaped vinyl pressing of Fix Up, or Fix Up, you already know, like one track each side, like a single.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Blue Oyster Cult. Jesus. Didn't they make like that one song?
Yeah, no, man. I know which song you're talking about, but...
Either way, they've got a thing. Cypress Hill have got a repressing.
Nice.
I
just wish I had the money to, explore all of these, because I'm broke as fuck right now.
Had a picture disc repressing of his track "Fuck the Police,"
but not to be confused with the NWA "Fuck the Police." That's a different "Fuck the Police." This is a different "Fuck the Police."
Either way, both of them very good.
Oh yeah.
Jimi Hendrix re-releases. Ooh, the essential indie band Mumford and Sons.
Of course, the only indie band ever. When you talk to a cutie, and then you ask her what she's into, and she says indie, that means she's into Mumford and Sons. Every time.
And then you cry on the inside.
then you scream at her, "You fucking normal fag!" And then that's.
And then she just bangs you right there.
She's like, "Oh my god, I've never."
OPN puts something out new.
I would not have consensual intercourse with a woman who likes Mumford and Sons.
Yeah. 2 out of 10 wouldn't
bang.
Yeah,
neither would I. 2 out of 10 shit taste would not bang. Speaking of, Record Store Day releases though, OPN put out Commissions 2, which I liked Commissions 1. It wasn't like anything special. I wouldn't give it 2 listens, but it's going to be worth at least 1 listen if you're into OPN.
Yeah.
Oh, and music for 18 musicians as well, because that's a great album. Got re-released. Now, there's one thing that I do want to talk about is the soundtrack to the movie Frank. Now, I don't know if you've seen the movie Frank, but I
actually have not.
The Sorenprooves, the main band of the thing. I actually can't pronounce their name. It's not supposed to be pronounceable.
Right.
The Sorenprooves, they actually make some very, very interesting music in the movie. It's like Talking Heads, basically, but with like a nicer vocalist, I could argue. So they did a vinyl pressing of the soundtrack to the movie.
Oh, another repressing. Apparently, Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band did a repressing of Rough, Raw, and Amazing. So that's actually pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
A release from John Peel's personal tapes archive. John Peel, Don Van Vliet, rock music's only true genius.
Is that what John Peel called him?
Believe so. It's a not bad looking cover. Kind of 60s style reminiscent. Oh, it's 1972. That's why. Yeah, because it kind of has that 60s and 70s
of Innocence
feel.
actually got a vinyl pressing. The song that everyone was, the album that everyone was forced to have.
Just a lot of re-releases came out yesterday, and they're never going to be seen again. Not until next year, anyway.
Not until they get put up on Discogs.
For like twice the original price, or like 3 times the original price.
Now this what? Apparently a guy called Junior Brown put out a Better Call Saul 7-inch.
What?
I want that. I want it just for that. Just for
is
the
it
cover.
Is it the soundtrack of Better Call Saul?
I think it must be.
I actually have not watched that yet. Like, I've been meaning to watch it, but it's just every time I think about it,
wait until it's finished, like I did with Breaking Bad.
Yeah, just kind of wait, just binge watch it on Netflix, because that's what'll happen after they're done with this. They're just gonna put it right on Netflix.
It's already on Netflix.
It is. Huh.
Well, at least here in the UK.
Of course, US Netflix sucks dicks. Apparently, they don't want to have it on here, even though it's a US based and produced show. But we're not gonna have it on US Netflix. Why would we have that?
That makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
It would make sense, and then
Yeah, then the universe would explode.
Got a repressing of Intermissions.
Oh, nice.
Ultimately, I don't know. Is Intermissions a new album?
I am not sure actually.
I've listened to about 3 or 4 Residence albums. I like them though.
Oh yeah.
They're always just fun and silly and can occasionally be actually quite forward-thinking and avant-garde.
Oh, Bob Marley got a repressing. The Bob Marley interviews. So much things to say. So if you want to get down,
you want to listen to.
You can buy it on record store day, and then wait until 420 to actually play it and blaze one, because Bob Marley stoner culture. Am I right?
Oh, jeez.
That was kind of one of the more annoying things about stoner culture that just kind of pissed me off, is that how ubiquitous Bob Marley became. It's like, sure,
because from what I would gather, dub would be a lot more popular in stoner culture than reggae would.
You would think, but I don't know.
Dub is psychedelic. Dub is like
Well, dub was pretty much the offshoot of reggae style, the reggae stylings, but mixed with I guess two-step or garage. I mean, sorry, gotta pronounce it right.
Garage. I actually don't know which is the technically correct pronunciation.
I don't know. It's like,
goddamn, Beef looks like a smug motherfucker on the front of that cover.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, right?
He's like, yeah, I know him better.
Oh my god, The Devil Wears Prada got a re-release. Oh my god, my favorite fucking band ever when I was 15. I cringe so hard at my past music taste, but then again, I feel like everyone does at one point, unless they were just patrician their whole life.
In which case you don't, and you get nostalgic for it.
I don't know. There are only a few bands that I used to listen to that I get really nostalgic for, and The Devil Wears Prada is not one of them. That was kind of the offshoot of my metalcore, deathcore, fuck everything, you can't tell me what to do phase. That kind of that cringy phase. But yeah, no.
So what else is happening?
Oh well, I don't know what else has been happening in the news, or
I don't listen to the news.
The news is boring. So, I guess we should probably start talking about our main topic now, because, ran out of things to say about Record Store
We
Day.
ran out of filler. We're 20 minutes in.
We are? Alright, well, so I think our main topic today is going to be about number stations. Everyone, I feel like a lot of people know about them, or at least have heard about them, but they don't really understand, you know, what they mean or what they signify or anything like that. And, you know, that's pretty much the point of number stations, I would think. It's just, they're so mysterious, in a way, I guess.
Do you want me to throw up an archive.org thing of the Conant Project for all the beautiful people listening?
Yeah, let's do that. Can we actually play stuff on Skype?
No, we can't.
Alright,
As it stands, though, if you want, it's, I've got the link copied now. Basically, what it is the Conant Project is a collection of recordings of number stations. Right now, it stands at 5 discs, but 4 of them are on archive.org. You'll have to find the other one whatever way you want to do, because we can't officially endorse piracy and links.
Yeah, we can't, but everyone knows. Everyone knows where to go.
Yeah, everyone knows.
But no, just the thing about number stations, I feel like that are so, you know, mysterious and creepy is that they all have a story behind them. You know, they all have a
number station has like the story of the actual, you know, what it's trying to say, and that's what we will never know. And the story behind the station.
Yeah, I mean, we can always create meanings behind them, but usually that's not what they really mean. But, you know, like the Lincolnshire Poacher, that's pretty much I would say, a pretty ubiquitous number station. I would say, you know.
That had its own BBC program about it, didn't it?
Yeah, the BBC4, I think they were trying to explain the meaning behind it.
If you want to go look that up, that's on YouTube. So that's
the actual name of the program is
in search of
the Lincolnshire Poacher. Yeah.
But in case you didn't know what the Lincolnshire Poacher did, like, how would you explain number stations to a layperson? Let's assume that someone watching doesn't know what they are.
Yeah, well, I would say a number station is it's on a shortwave radio frequency. So, say you have a shortwave radio, and you tune it to, you know, a certain frequency, then out of nowhere you'll hear these tones or songs or anything that, you know, just kind of out of the ordinary sounding, then followed by numbers repeated in like a robotic fashion. So, you know, kind of like,
so it's like a synthetic voice, and then like it'll say 0, 9,
0,
2,
1, 1, 9, 5, 1,
and then 3
7.
Dogs starts saying it.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I wish that, you know, out of all the creepypastas that I've read, that Fallout 3 creepypasta about the number stations really got to me. Like,
it really is quite
because it makes it feel like you could do that in the game. That's what the creepy part of it is.
It could very easily be done.
It feels like someone actually tried to do that in the game, and then they reported back their findings. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty, I would say a pretty a fairly well-known creepypasta. If you haven't seen it, it's on the creepypasta wiki. Just type in Fallout 3
to number stations?
A number station. Oh yeah, no.
So what introduced me to the idea behind it?
It pretty much sent me on a journey, just looking through a bunch of YouTube videos about number stations and, you know, every other, you know, type of number station out there.
We were discussing last night before the podcast the Yosemite Sam.
Yes, there was an. I actually thought this was a real number station because it was really convincing, but it basically, what did it have? Like it had these like tones
It's Yosemite.
Sam going, yeah, I'm gonna blow you to smithereens, and then it has like a explosion sound after that.
Like not an explosion sound, and then like in between every couple of explosion sounds, like a really glitchy noise.
Yeah, and you know that
it's compressed data.
Yeah.
But that turned out to be a hoax station. As it stands, though, it was rather It's a rather creepy thing.
Yeah, even if it isn't, real, it feels like it could be real, and that's the creepy part of it.
So going back to the Lincolnshire Poacher, it was originally a British station.
Mm-hmm.
It still is a British station, I believe.
Yeah.
And what it would do, it would broadcast a little signal, a little classic like English folk song called Lincolnshire Poacher.
Mm-hmm.
And and then a British one.
Yeah, it's it's still pretty creepy. Like even if you listen to it today, that's I feel like that's the draw that number stations have.
It's something about the lo-fi nature combined with the...
Oh, another number station is the gong. The one that plays kind of like a detuned, a clock gong
like just
sound.
Some bells,
just bells that you would hear like more or less like in a clock, like a grandfather clock or something. Along those lines.
It's a recording of like a city, like a massive cathedral bell. And that looped, but over time, I'm talking 30, 40 years, it just starts decaying and slowing down.
Yeah, like it's because it's pretty much being played on a reel-to-reel, so eventually it wears out, and that's how you get that. I think it might be
something to do with more with the machine wearing out than. The tape itself.
It could be.
The Lincolnshire Poacher disappeared actually.
Really?
For I think it was in 2012.
Yeah, you got to do some research. By the way, we just come into this unprepared in case you didn't know that.
Well, semi-prepared.
Semi-prepared. Like, okay, we talk about our, what we're going to talk about beforehand, but for the most part, we're kind of going into this blind, I would say. Like, we don't really do too much research beforehand.
Just talk about whatever's on the mind as we think of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like this is an off-the-cuff podcast, for the most part. That's the thing about number stations, though. That's, they're creepy. Most likely, number stations are used... I feel like this is the most accepted... explanation for number stations is that they're used mostly for spy communications.
I mean, was it a Cuban number station was decoded, right?
I'm actually not sure. Like, is there
a Cuban number station was decoded, and that was like a bunch of Cuban spies got. Colonel Mag did this great article. I'm sorry, there might be a Skype notification sound sending the link.
It's, it's fine. If it picks it up, oh well, like, I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about if somehow my computer doesn't pick up the voices of you guys. That's one of the things I'm most likely worried about. But I think we're okay.
But yeah, right? So, it turned out that one of the the number is very easily available. It's 01252230607.
Right. And they pretty much tried the people who were in charge of spying for Cuba. The Cuban Five is what they were called. And they pretty much received decoded messages from Cuban number stations. So I know one game. I'm pretty sure you know which game I'm talking about. Fucking Black Ops. They went into a little bit of details about number stations and things like that. You know, Mason, what do the numbers mean? Just we used to joke about that all the time.
He doesn't have a one-time pad. Yeah. Also, after that
they used it to brainwash
them
him.
reporting on it made them shut down the line, and if you called it, you would get a text message saying, "This number is restricted. Please do not call the number again."
Oh God. That would freak me the fuck out if I heard that. Like, I call the number and just...
Feds are on to me.
Yeah. I mean, this is like some NSA level spying shit. Actually, I would say NSA is pretty much past that level of spying. If everyone knows that, what they've actually been doing for all these years.
Put on your tinfoil hats, people.
Oh God, here we go. We're going in. Strap your tinfoil hats on. Let's go.
Yeah, the colonel reported on it, and then the number shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird, but yeah, this number is restricted. Please do not call that again. There's something about very, very intimidating about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
From what I recall, you get it from.
Apparently the North Korean Foreign Language Service, Voice of Korea, began a broadcast on the Lincolnshire Poacher's former frequency in 2006. Apparently, they were trying to interfere with its propagation. However, Lincolnshire Poacher is broadcasting not only on one, but on 3 different frequencies, of which the remaining 2 have not been interfered with, and the apparent target zone for the Lincolnshire Poacher signals originating in Cyprus was the Middle East, not the Far East, which is covered by its sister station, Cherry Ripe. So, a little bit
Okay, this is creepy, right? The colonel, along with several readers, received a text message from a new number, as in a different number from the Lincolnshire Poacher one.
Mm-hmm.
Informing us that the Lincolnshire Poacher telephone number is restricted, asking us that we do not call it again. When we tried to call the new number that the text message was sent from, we were informed that the number was not recognized.
Ooh,
I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole.
By the way, have you ever listened to Porcupine Tree?
No, I have not.
Apparently, yes. The song "Even Less" samples a real number station at the end of the track. I actually did not know that because the only Porcupine Tree albums I've listened to are In Absentia and what was the other one? Dead Wing. But apparently on a Stupid Dream, that was one of their songs. They actually sampled a number station on that. And I'm actually looking it up right now. Yeah, apparently at the end of the track, a woman can be heard repeating the pattern of numbers 0096, 2251, 2110, 8105. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. And that's actually the first song on the track, or the first track on the album.
Example of sampling number stations in music, and probably something that most people listening to this have heard, is the track from the album by Wilco, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot.
Isn't it the title track?
Yeah.
Where you hear that woman going Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, Yankee your hotel Foxtrot. Yeah.
It's like a kind of Indian-esque voice.
Yeah, I would say wasn't that like a British number station, or is it? Or was it a?
It was.
But no.
Yeah, these people were inspired by, like I said, the Kona Project, which is completely legally available. It's public domain. And the archive.org thing has a great archive of the first 4 discs, completely public domain. And they're all very practically named, like the Swedish Rhapsody Erdial or Counting CIA Erdial.
Oh yes, I know a lot of artists and filmmakers and other people have sampled the Conant Project in some form or fashion, and that's
There's the weird ones like 4-note rising scale.
Yeah.
Where it isn't even like there aren't numbers or letters or anything said. It's just a series of tones.
Yeah, no. I think one of the more prolific ones is also the Swedish Rhapsody.
That one sounds like an ice cream van.
Yeah.
Maybe like a music box, but it sounds kind of distorted in a way.
But the artists, the list of artists that have actually sampled, other than Wilco, have sampled the Conet Project are David Scott Stone, Boards of Canada, Synthetrix. Oh, what song do they sample for?
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now. Like, I just happened to see the Boards of Canada sampling. I imagine people that have actually listened to a lot of Boards of Canada probably know the song that... it's from Tomorrow's Harvest. The Final Number Station, I think is the name of it. But yeah, like, I imagine people who've actually listened to a lot of Boards of Canada know the song that samples a number station. Oh, apparently, Flying Lotus has actually sampled a number station as well. Yeah, samples from the track TCP D411 Konek Irdal, as well as TCP D208, the Russian man Diva Northern Russian voice, are also used by Flying Lotus from Los Angeles in his 2008 album Los Angeles.
Yeah, I've listened to Los Angeles, so I didn't know that it sampled the number station. I'll have to go back and listen to that now.
Yeah, like, Los Angeles wasn't my most listened to Flying Lotus album. I would say that'd have to be Cosmogramma, or You're Dead also is out there, but
the track that samples it, by the way, is Telepath.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that because, like, way back when I listened to Tomorrow's Harvest when it came out, I wasn't aware of number stations.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes after going back and listening to these artists that have, like, you realize that, oh wow, they actually did sample a number station here. You just didn't know what that was.
Are famous for putting puzzles and hidden references and stuff in their work anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you should know. I'm being so elitist right now. But,
I definitely should know, but I probably won't know.
In the song 1969, the reversed sample is somewhat one of the Branch Davidians. The people who were in the Waco incident. Saying, although not a follower of David Koresh, she's a devoted Branch Davidian.
Mm-hmm.
Except David Koresh is reversed. For some reason. Just the words David Koresh are reversed.
Right. There are a few more number stations, I guess, that we declined, or that we declined to talk about, or didn't remember to talk about. One of those is the Buzzer.
Buzzer, UBV76, I think it's called.
Yes. Do you want to go ahead and can you send me a link to it, if you want?
The Wikipedia article?
No, the actual sound, and I'll go ahead and play it. In the meantime, though, I'm going to also play the Lincolnshire Poacher is down. And
well, you need to play the original first, I'd say. Play a little bit of the original.
Yeah, I guess we should play a little bit of the original first.
It has a live stream blog.
So
if you just...
A live stream for a number station.
Yeah, because it's constantly ongoing, 24 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. The more you know, the creepier it becomes.
That's like, yeah.
Today I learned that there is creepy ass shit in the world, and you should just stay inside and shun everybody.
Society.
Become a hermit. Shun society. Become a hermit. That's the only way to go about it. I mean, this shit
so what
is
the
creepy.
UBV76 station is it broadcast series of tones with very, very, very occasional interruptions.
Yeah. Okay, so here is the Lincolnshire Poacher, the original one. Now, I know you guys probably won't be able to hear it, but I'm going to play it anyway for the benefit of the people on the podcast.
Yeah. Worth a try.
Yeah. And Still gotta load. Unfortunately, I did not have this preloaded.
Captain Foresight over here. Jesus.
We're supposed to be professionals.
We are. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go commit seppuku now.
I mean Sudoku.
No, I mean seppuku.
Seppuku.
Ita poo-poo.
Casual racism.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Best
so
way.
here is the original Lincolnshire Poacher. Dun, 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 dun. And I think it goes like this for about 30 seconds or about 30-45 seconds.
Skip to some numbery bits.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how far it went into. Okay, there it is.
3, 9, 7, 1, 5. 3, 9, 7, 1, 5. 3, 9, 7, 1,
5. 3, 9, 7, 1, 5.
3,
3, 9, 7, 1, 5.
3, 9, 7, 1, 5.
Pleasing to the ears.
9, 7, 1, 5.
Pleasing to the ears and chilling to the soul. Anyway.
Okay, so that is the regular
Lincolnshire Poacher.
Lincolnshire Poacher. Here is
As I said, a telephone number that you could call for a short period, and then it got shut down after Colonel Mag reported on it. So
here is the Lincolnshire Poacher is down recording. That, and this one, in my opinion, is a little bit more chilling than the actual Lincolnshire Poacher.
Definitely.
Oh great, SoundCloud's having fucking problems. Of course it is. Why?
Yeah. Try refreshing the page.
Yeah. It was playing earlier just fine, but, I guess that's what happens when you rely on, shit to not break. Or, shit to actually work. It doesn't. Like the minute you need it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's loading back up, so. So here's the Lincolnshire Poacher is unavailable recording.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
The image with that
there it is.
provided
Hold on.
with that is really a bit shocking.
Yeah.
This number is currently unavailable. Do not use this number at this time. Please refer to backup channel Romeo X-ray 39 end.
Yeah. So that was pretty creepy, I will have to say.
It does make it feel a bit special, doesn't it?
It does. Like, imagine trying to actually call that number and you're just sitting here like, I wonder what'll happen. And then you hear that recording, you're like, oh shit, the government's on to me. Oh god, put on my tinfoil hat, hide in the corner, fetal position. But no, that... And then also the Yosemite Sam recording, or the Yosemite Sam transmission, as well, is on here for you to listen to. And like I said, it's also pretty creepy when you think of the context of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Yeah, and I think it repeated for like a while, or it just kept repeating in like, you know, short bursts. And it, you know, if you were using a shortwave radio and you turn to that, I mean, that right there is creepy in of itself. But yeah, it kind of sucks that turned out to just be a test recording for a lab in New Mexico. The source of the transmission was traced back to the Matic facility in New Mexico, and they develop and test new radio communication technology. I thought that's kind of interesting. Anyone else want to chime in, or you're free to chime in at any time. I'm just saying.
I realized I have my microphone off.
Oh, okay. So what have you been talking about while you've had your microphone off?
I just said, why don't we show the beautiful people the buzzer?
Oh yes, the buzzer.
I'll put a link to it in the.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. No.
That's just a live stream of what it's like right now.
So the UVB 76 live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can go to this right now. That's another creepy thing about it. You can actually listen to a real feed of this.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm. All right. Does it matter which one you click, the AM or USB
No.
feed? Okay. Oh, it wants me to download something. I was gonna do the main feed.
That doesn't sound fishy at all.
Yeah, that's...
Download this helpful Russian.
Yeah. So there's no way to actually listen to the stream without downloading something?
I'll just get like a thing up on YouTube.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Like, if I would have known beforehand, I would have downloaded it, but right now I don't think I want to mess with that. We'll just...
That's a link to a YouTube thing of it.
Yeah, we'll just listen to the YouTube video.
It's been interrupted very, very rarely, and after we've got this set up, I'll tell you what exactly it's been interrupted with.
Okay.
So, play it for the beautiful...
The video does not exist. Sorry about that.
Just search UVB76.
Yeah. I don't know if you sent me the wrong link or what.
Probably.
It's just acting particularly creepy.
Oh no, don't you start. Don't you dare start. Alright, UVB76, A Woman's Scream. That's, I remember listening to this one last night. If you wonder why I hadn't got much sleep, well, there's your answer.
Because you was listening to, like, number stations.
Oh, yeah.
It is quite unsettling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is actually a spin-off of the last podcast on the left.
Yes, this is definitely what it is. We've went from just talking about regular music to creepy shit in like a flip of a switch.
Sounds about right.
Is it not? Oh no, I can hear it.
Is it not what?
I can hear it.
Yeah, no, it's playing. It's just, yeah. But anyway, I know an interesting thing you can hear in the background is a TV going off.
Yeah, which suggests that it isn't generated just straight to radio. It's a
it's a recording of like a machine or something. You know, some sort of device that's outputting.
From what I think we've gathered, it's a tone generator, and then a live mic is just placed next to it.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
Lo-fi, and yeah.
Okay, so it's been interrupted for a few voice messages until 2010. Voice messages were thought to be very rare. An example: yeah, UVB 76. Yeah, UVB 76. 10808 Bromal 72 74 27 99 14. Boris Roman Olga Mikhail Anna Larissa 7429 79914. During 2010, people started noticing it more. There are a lot more recordings of stuff like that. There have also been a few unusual transmissions. In 2001, a conversation in Russian was heard, like an excerpt from which is, "I am 143, not receiving the generator. That stuff comes from the hardware room." On November 11th, intermittent phone conversation was transmitted and recorded by a listener for a period of approximately 30 minutes. They're available online and they seem to be in Russian. And also, from what I recall, it was once interrupted for 27 seconds of Swan Lake.
Wow.
Which is the creepiest.
Yeah, I would say so.
Apparently, Know Your Meme has a thing on it.
I don't
Just
know.
UVB76 has a Know Your Meme page.
That's the thing about Know Your Meme, though. It's like, sometimes it's helpful, other times it just feels like it's cancer. So, I don't know. It depends on what they're covering.
It seems like a very good archive of information.
Yeah, sometimes it can be, but other times I feel like it's just a cancer. They try too hard or something. But I don't know. Like, I guess I can't talk since I subscribe to it on Facebook, so I can't even talk.
Ugh, having a Facebook at all. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm a normie. I'm a fucking normie.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You have to be anonymous.
Of course.
Anonymous.
And Anonymous.
A noun emus. Either way. Yeah. Whole like conspiracy behind it all, the whole like the mystery, the fact that we will never know because they're designed to be
that's their
decoded once and then never understood by anyone but that one person, and only understood once.
Yeah. But, it's always fun to fantasize about, what the true meaning behind them is, and, think of all sorts of theories about it, come up with.
It's like fan theories.
I feel like we're never going to have that again, especially nowadays with the way like the NSA and all the other, the fact is that it's going to become easier and easier to be more secretive,
Well, I suppose the closest thing we have now to that is like when someone leaks like a government line of communication.
Yeah, pretty much.
And even
the
then, like,
WikiLeaks
when you're looking at it, you feel like, oh god, what if they're watching me right now? Or
yeah, at least with number stations and shortwave radio, it's more, you can't tell where this, you can tell where the signal originates, but they can't, track you as easily. So.
And it's just like a mystery that everyone can get involved in.
Exactly.
Like it's less suspicious on your government. To bring this back to music for a while.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's dial it back a notch. I think we're tired of talking about number stations and other creepy shit.
Merzbow has an album just came out with Juju. Aptly titled Merju.
Merju.
But
that actually I don't know what to think about that, but well, was it any good at least?
It was good. Yeah.
Right. So, in pleb news, though, the Nirvana, the tribute album for Nirvana just came out recently. The Whatever Nevermind, and I haven't had a chance to listen to it myself, but I am going to after this podcast is over with, and try to see how it is.
In news, because who cares about vaporwave? I do.
Yeah.
R23X released a new album on Dream Catalog, and it is very, very good. I do suggest you all check it out. He did an album, I think, sometime last year called OST1.Ra, which sampled video game music, video game menu sounds especially, to create like this glitchy ambient dreamscape type thing. It's very unique for vaporwave.
And yet V would never be caught dead listening to it. That's the ironic thing about it. They would just call it some meme hipster garbage or something.
But yeah, all in all, I would highly recommend you listen to OSV, original sound version, which is the new R23X album. It's definitely good. It's 20 minutes. It's not exactly the longest of albums, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Have to check that out then.
Yeah, definitely do. Are there any albums you want to plug at all?
I've already plugged the albums that I've listened to, which was the Bones album and of course Cherry Bomb and other such stuff. Like, I haven't really been listening to much lately. That was just kind of...
What about you, DickWrath?
Yeah, I think we want to hear what you've been listening to and what you think.
Recently, I've been listening to, I'd listened to The Antlers, Hospice.
Oh, nice.
Sad for the first time and then not...
Feels core.
So.
It's pretty much essential feels core, but I don't know why. When I listened to it, it just kind of... It felt, I guess, pretentious. I just didn't really I just didn't really like it.
I liked it the first time around, but then I felt like it lost its punch. It has no staying power.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt. Like, it just didn't have a punch to begin with. But like there are a few songs that are like,
it's sad because someone is dying, but it didn't feel like he was expressing sadness in anything but like minor chords.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about minor chords. They're there to invoke a sad feeling, but at the same time, if you know the tricks then that they try to employ, it's pretty much useless on you.
It's like, hi, how are you? Like, I hate to plug this album again, but it's usually major chord music, and it's upbeat until you know the story behind it. And then you get hints at it in the album, like Despair Came Knocking, that's in minor. But stuff like I Am Walking the Cow, it's optimistically sad. I think that's what's great about it.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to phone in minor chords every time you want to be sad. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you can be sad. You can be sad on anything, really, as long as you invoke the right feeling.
Anything else, DickWrath?
I also listened to Sufjan Stevens' new album.
Yes. Yeah, we've listened to that recently as well. Like, I'm just gonna say I didn't really have that high of opinion on it, but it's not that it's bad. It's just that it just feels bland to me. Like it felt like just Sufjan kind of phoning it in. I have to say.
It's going to be hard to get an album just as good as Age of Adz.
Yeah, or Illinois, which that's the only other Sufjan Stevens album I've listened to, and that's the only really metric I kind of use to compare it. So, I might be a bit biased. So, just it's like you listen to one of his best albums, and then you listen to one of his just maybe not as good albums, and you think, well, this was really bad in comparison. But
that brings us to rather a nice kind of bow. A nice little conclusion.
Right. I would say so.
Well, there's nothing I can think to talk about, and I think we've made it a decent length.
Yeah, like we pretty much talked about number stations, how creepy they are, music related stuff.
I talked about nothing. I'm gonna have to
record store day. Like if you want to join us next week, maybe we can find some other better stuff to talk about. But right now it's just kind of.
Oh, there was nothing wrong with the topics. It's just that I wasn't well versed in them.
Yeah, I feel like you do kind of have to come into it with a little bit of knowledge about the subjects. But
admittedly, I may not have been paying the hugest amount of attention since I've been playing this RPG Maker game.
Oh,
which one?
Violated Heroin.
I'd like to violate my heroin.
The old ones are the best ones, as they say.
Well, you still haven't played Yume Nick, and I am sad for you.
I've not. I've watched playthroughs of it. I haven't played any of the really good RPG Maker games, actually.
But this is not a V podcast, so I think this is where we'll have to...
Quick, name your most favorite Doom albums in order.
He just laughs.
Just why not? I don't know.
Doom albums.
Like, for me, it's, I'm just gonna go right here. Mad Villain, then Food, Operation Doomsday.
MF Doom.
Yeah, MF Doom. That's kind of what I was going for.
I thought you meant Doom as in the game. I was like,
Well, Doom album, the actual Doom albums are pretty good as well. Like, that's the cool thing about like Doom the game. Like they sample, or they didn't really sample, but they took inspiration from some 80s and 90s rock metal acts that that's the cool thing about Doom.
Meatloaf and and Led Zeppelin.
And Led Zeppelin, yeah, they were 90s metal acts. They were pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Top 5. Top.
Yeah. Go ahead and do top 5. It doesn't matter if it was Doom or a collab with Doom. Like, it doesn't matter. I was just kind of like just as a final ending topic.
Okay, so mine, I don't know if I've said them before.
Yeah.
Vaudeville Villain.
That's one.
Then it's a tie between Food and Doomsday. No, not Food and Doomsday. Food and Mad Villain. Doomsday.
Yeah.
And then probably, I don't know. Danger Doom?
I guess.
People like that?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. For me, it's definitely Mad Villainy, Food, Doomsday, Vaudeville Villain, and I guess Danger Doom. I don't know. Like,
Danger Doom has some good tracks on it.
Yeah.
But it just has a lot of tracks that aren't good.
Yeah, I feel like Mad Villain is put on top. Pretty much Madlib's production. That's what puts it on top for me. Like, it just has that nice feel to it. I can't really describe it, but it's that nice feel.
Jazzy and smooth.
That jazzy, sample-y kind of, that kind of feel to it. But yeah.
Play the bass like the race card. Villain in the case to break shards and leave his face.
Use his face guard.
And Dick has just abandoned us.
Yeah.
No, I'm silly. The only
really?
MF album I listened to is Food.
What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it had some pretty great tracks on it.
Definitely Beefcakes.
I mean Beef Rap.
Beef Rap, yeah. Fuck. I'm horrible with titles. Horrible. I'm horrible with titles. Like
the only
fig
problem
leaf
is
bicarbonate.
I love
It
it.
gets a bit boring after a while.
Really?
Like after a couple of listens, it just doesn't have the same impact, really.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
There's a lot of very, very clever wordplay in that album.
I guess if you're listening to it for the beats, that's kind of you're probably not gonna enjoy it too much. I guess.
I mean, the beats are good.
I feel like I just feel like if you're listening to
it for me as a humorous album.
Yeah, because it is MF Doom. It is humorous.
Most humorous.
Yeah.
We're a me podcast, not a lit podcast. We can't do grammar.
What our grammar? I don't know what our grammar.
Anyway, so yeah, like for example, a lot of people complain about the skits in the middle, but they are hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, like
For example, edible rappers.
Edible rappers. Was that? I think that was the one right before Fig Leaf Bicarbonate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was included somewhat in Fig Leaf Bicarbonate.
Mm-hmm.
Gumbo. That's the track.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm horrible with
the
song
constant
titles.
sampling of that dude in the woods who does cooking.
That dude in the woods who does
very,
cooking.
very frail, like thin old man who's also somehow gymnastic.
Oh man.
He does love his cooking.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel like we're gonna end this here. So from everyone at Mutant Free Radio, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck off, guy.
Fucking God damn fucking piece of shit.
Nobody